All right, hi there, people. This is poor Nadananda, the ghost in the machine. I think you can see me here because of the fortuitous, some might say serendipitous, some might say synchronistic way that this particular moment in time has flowed out. So we have some important truths here to beam on in, and we're going to start with somebody who some people can get offended by, but who speaks truth in a very deep and quick and pithy, I suppose, meaningful way. So, let us go.
Of one of our favorite departments here on Real Time, explaining jokes to idiots. Where as a public service, I break down jokes for the humor impaired. Not that I have anyone particular in mind. Now, I know we're all sick of talking about the slap, but I'm sorry, one more thing needs to be said. Comedians have been under attack for quite some time, and I need to stick up for my tribe.
Yeah.
This war on jokes must end.
Yeah.
So tonight, let's Zapruder film this thing once and for all and explain jokes to idiots. Now, at the Oscars, Chris Rock came out to present a boring award and first did what he is supposed to do, get some laughs during what we comics call crowd work. Denzel and Javier Bardem each got spritzed. And then Chris made what in the business is known as a "some shit is like some other shit" joke. He said to Jada Smith, "Jada can't wait for G.I. Jane 2, recalling the late 90s movie starring Demi Moore. That's it. That's the joke. You remind me of some other beautiful, buzz-cutted movie star. It wasn't an alopecia joke,
And by not talking about it, it lets it sit in people's head as if it were something way worse than what it is. It's just ridiculous. So let's jump back a minute so we get the whole context coming in.
G.I. Jane 2, recalling the late 90s movie starring Demi Moore. That's it. That's the joke. You remind me of some other beautiful, buzz-cutted movie star. It wasn't an alopecia joke any more than the one about the chicken crossing the road is about bird flu." Not an insult, although insult humor is also a staple of comedy. And in fact, an example of insulting someone's looks was on display that night when Regina Hall said, "We've been dealing with COVID for 2 years. It's been really hard on people." And Amy Schumer said, "Yeah, just look at Timothy Chalamet," and they cut to J.K. Simmons. Who made a face a lot like the one Jada would make later on. But that's where it ended. It's called being a good sport, especially when you're a rich celebrity. Let the common people take the piss out of you for one stinking minute. And importantly, Chris's joke was received as funny. As evidenced by the audience and Will Smith laughing. And this is the moment where we got to see a live-action, real-time encapsulation of how cancel culture works. Look at what happens next. Jada shoots her husband a look. Let's slow the tape down to capture this moment. There. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
Dude,
Back and to the left.
he pushes up against it, doesn't he?
Before this moment, Will is laughing because he hasn't yet found out. that his original genuine reaction is wrong and that he should conform to a different view. And he's the one who's being manly? I've seen the same syndrome happen in comedy clubs. Woke hecklers who literally have to wait for the laughter to die down before they yell, "That's not funny!" This war on jokes must end. Will Smith didn't get kicked out of the Oscars for going Ike Turner on Chris, but Kevin Hart got kicked out of hosting it for a joke. Who are these people who say cancel culture isn't a real thing? Just among comedians who've gotten fired and lost gigs for exercising their freedom of expression, the toll is high. Gilbert Gottfried and Kathy Griffin were tasteless. So what? That's why we like them. Comedians are the ones testing where the line is. We can't always be perfect any more than Tom Brady will never throw an interception. Dave Chappelle lost distribution for his documentary, and Sarah Silverman was fired from a film over an old sketch where she wore blackface to make fun of racism. Roseanne lost the TV show she created with her name on it over tweets that were very offensive, but not at all clear Roseanne knew them to be. She is crazy, and I say that as a friend. All comedians are a little crazy, and you need crazy on that wall. Will Smith wasn't pulled off stage, but comedian Nimesh Patel was literally pulled off stage during a performance at Columbia for a joke about how hard it is to be gay and black. Not an anti-gay joke, mind you, a pro-gay joke. But one of the event organizers walked on stage and said, "I don't think you're entitled to certain jokes you're making." Well, a sense of entitlement certainly is a big part of the problem here, but not on the part of the comedian. And that's the thing. The people who can't take a joke now aren't old ladies in the Bible Belt. They're Gen Z at elite colleges. Colleges where comedy goes to die. Kids used to go to college and lose their virginity. Now they go to lose their sense of humor. Vice recently interviewed college bookers who revealed that before a comedian even takes the stage, they're asked to edit out anything from their act that may cause offense, leaving a world where more and more topics are off limits, and soon there'll be nothing left to joke about except airline food and Starbucks getting your name wrong. Judd Apatow has an awesome new documentary coming here to HBO about George Carlin, owner of the most famous 180 in comedy history, when he turned his back on a lucrative career in nightclubs in order to let his hair down and be himself in front of a younger crowd who welcomed irreverence. In 1970, George said, "I gotta go to colleges. I belong with people who are open and will let me be myself and experiment."
Yeah.
Oh, George.
That's it.
It's a good thing you're dead.
I love the smiley face, George.
The 7 words you can't say on TV are Jada, can't wait for G.I. Jane 2.
Oh, snap. On fleek, man, on fleek.
For all those who are constantly demanding an apology for jokes, maybe it's you who should apologize to us. For all the great jokes that we never got to hear, the brilliant thoughts that were never uttered, those are the invisible scars of cancel culture.
Yep.
Let's have a moment of silence for that.
We
And a
all
spot
edit
in the
ourselves.
in memoriam
Afraid
package.
we're going to say something wrong, but a genuine reaction.
For all the viable jokes that could have lived but were aborted. Because a voice in someone's head said, "Are you sure you want to risk saying that?" That's self-censorship, the worst kind of all. But you will get none of that on my new HBO special. It's called Adulting. And it premieres in this time slot a week from tonight. As the kids say, it's fire. All right, that's our show. We're off next week so I can have my special here. We're back on the 22nd. I'll be at the Smart Financial Center in Sugar Land, Texas tomorrow. At the Tulsa
That was
Theater in
pretty-
Tulsa
pretty
for
hot,
10th
Bill.
GM National Harbor in D.C. May
On
1st.
point,
Thank you,
dude.
Nancy McLean, David Leonhardt, and David Babbitt. Now go to YouTube and join us on Overtime. Thank you.
On Overtime, with an interactive experience where the audience asks the members questions and then they discuss things in a free and open manner. That sounds pretty fracking cool, doesn't it? All right, peace to all the pieces. Talk to you soon.